Hey there, Internet. Our Felix Finch here. Wrestle Kingdom Day 1 has passed, and let's take a look at what happened on this show. We start with Honma, Makabe, Uemara, and Tsuji taking on Hinare, Coughlin, Connors, and Fredericks. Uemara and Connors to start. The LA Dojo takes more of a heelish role in this, isolating Uemura as the team cycles through its members. Makabe gets a clean house hot tag with Honma jumping in to assist. Tsuji and Hanade get in. It's a fun big boy battle. Great chops by Connors onto Tsuji while he holds Hanade in a Boston Crab. I could honestly watch Hinare and Tsuji battle all day. Hinare gets the pin on Tsuji with a Toa bottom. I gave this 2 stars. It was a very fun opener. One of those fun openers I've seen in quite a while, and it gave personality to the members of the LA Dojo. Next up, again, this is pre-show. We have Tenzan and Kojima against Nagata and Nakanishi. Tenkozy tried to get the jump on Nakanishi, but Nakanishi suplexes both of them at the same time. I personally love watching Nagata get fighty. Kojima is quite smooth in his movement. It's a slower paced match, but it's still an entertaining opener. It's the kind of match you'd expect from these guys. Kojima ends up winning with a lariat on Nakanishi. I gave this 1.5 stars. Perfectly suitable match for the 4, and it was well placed on the pre-show. Next up, match we'll have this with Wrestle Kingdom with Liger, Fujinami, Sasuke, and Tiger Mask taking on Sano, Otani, Takaiwa, and Uchi. Again, it's a special retirement tag match that celebrates the career of Liger. Like the referee, the ring announcer, the cornermen, all participants have significance in the career of Liger. And the trons for each of the competitors feature highlights of them with Liger, which is very cool. A special love for great Sasuke's half Liger mask he had for his entrance. And I believe Tatsumi Fujinami is the first WWE Hall of Famer to perform at Wrestle Kingdom, at least as a Hall of Famer. Again, very cool. This match is just an amazing collection of history in the ring. Liger and Sano start off the match, and Sano is still able to fly in these days. It's not the 80s anymore, but he can still fly. He's flying out the ring with a tope. Commentary is doing a great job teaching the history of New Japan's junior heavyweight division through these competitors. Fujinami hitting dragon screws, dragon leg whips, dragon sleepers was pretty great. And these gents are going way harder than they need to, especially considering some of their ages. Real fun exchange at the finish that ends with Taguchi pinning Liger after a Doron. I gave this 4 stars. It's a beautiful match that just was a great combination of history, culminating with Liger putting over a member of the division that will now kind of be in his veteran role that now that he leaves. And it earned an extra star because of, like I said, the meaning of it. So this was more about the match in its entirety than just the moves of the match. Next up, we have Evil, Sanada, Tagagi, and Bushi against Suzuki, ZSJ, Taichi, and Desperado. This is LIJ versus Suzuki-kun to make it easy. Immediate pairing off between members to start the brawl. Evil and Suzuki begin in the ring. It almost immediately goes to the outside with Suzuki grabbing a chair. Takagi is shining in his hot tag and was not expecting such a great response from Taichi. And there was a great preview exchange between Sanada and Zack Sabre Jr. That's a cool tease for their match on tomorrow night's Wrestle Kingdom. Bushi ends up submitting to Zack Sabre Jr. verbally. He's unable to tap. And I gave this 2 stars. It was a quick match. The moments were great, and it let the members shine, and it made me look forward to Sanada and Zack Sabre Jr. tomorrow night. Following this, we have Goto, Ishii, Yano, Yoshihashi facing off against Fale, Owens, Kenta, and Yujiro. Members of the Japanese rugby team joined Bullet Club going to the ring, and Peter has a lovely feather frill. Yano starts off but doesn't realize Fale is in the opposite corner. Very comedic opening. Yoshihashi is quick on the draw once he's in ring. Ishii tries to suplex Fale, and Fale scoops him. Kenta and Goto hit hard against one another, and Ishii finally manages to suplex the much larger Fale, which is a great moment. and Goto gets the pin on Yujiro with a GTR. I gave this 2.5 stars. It was a good match for storytelling, and again with some solid moments between the featured players of both Chaos and Bullet Club. We have our first championship match of the night as the Gorillas of Destiny face off against Finlay and Juice Robinson, who are going for their IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Tiger Hattori is also part of this match. This is one of his 2 final matches that will take place in the Dome. The brawl starts on the ramp before God even make it to the ring, so Finjuice is trying to get the jump, but they get destroyed on the ramp. Juice is isolated in the ring by God. Finlay looks great coming back to action, even though God does target that repaired shoulder. The tag from Finn to Juice gives him time to shine with some hard-hitting strikes and spine busters. Finlay is shown as a survivor through these matches, kicking out and reversing the best of what God has to offer. Finn even kicks out after Jado hits him in the head with a kendo stick. Finlay finally wins with a pin on Tama Tonga after Juice delivers a left hand of God and Finlay delivers a cutter. We've got new tag team champions in our first title change of the night. I gave this 3.5 stars. This is the best job that NJPW's done selling me on Finjuice this entire time. Even with their World Tag League victory, I kind of wasn't buying them. I am more so now. In our United States title match, we have Archer facing off against Moxley in a Texas death match. The match almost immediately goes to the outside before Mox brings out the weapons. I mean, hell, even Mox is on the way to the ring. Mox is bringing out weapons. After initial offense from Lance, Mox breaks a kendo stick on him. The Young Lions are not safe at ringside. Lance even chokeslams a Young Lion on a Mox. It's absolutely hard-hitting action from both. It's not getting too crazy with the weapons, though. They're more so being used as environmental hazards. Uh, Archer uses a regular plastic bag to try to suffocate Moxley with his Everybody Dies claw. Mox gives Archer a Death Rider off the apron through both of those Japanese tables, and both of them are bleeding. Archer is unable to get up by the count of 10, and we have a new U.S. champion. I give this 4 stars. The use of weapons as an environment was smart, but holy shit, that final spot with the Death Rider through both the tables just looked absolutely brutal. In our IWGP Light Heavyweight Championship match, we have a Hiromu Takahashi taking on Will Ospreay. Hiromu is peacocking big time with his feathered coat, but not to be outdone, Ospreay is looking extra with his white tiger-based gear. Just awesome acrobatic strike reversal to open. You wouldn't expect anything less between these two. Ospreay even spikes Hiromu twice with some scary DDTs, and he targets Hiromu's neck throughout this. Match is going forward at a high speed but grounded pace before going into a heavy sequence of reversals in and out of the ring. Ospreay using pinpoint precision to target the head and neck, but Hiromu collapses before a lariat to the back of his neck. Ospreay drags him around a bit. Hiromu is able to regain life, albeit with a bloody and possibly broken nose. Hiromu kicks out of all of Ospreay's offense, including the Os Cutter, and both competitors look completely exhausted, having expelled all their energy to attack each other. There's just too much madness and energy throughout this match to do it justice. Ospreay even kicks out of a time bomb. Hiromu pulls out a brand new finisher, which I thought kind of looked like an inverted time bomb, in order to get the win. And we have the new light heavyweight champion. Hiromu Takahashi has regained his title that he never lost. 5 stars. I could not look away from this match. It was absolutely insane. Easily, it was my match of the night. It just kept going. It was the perfect light heavyweight match. In our first double gold dash, we have Switchblade taking on Naito over the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. And Naito starts out by grabbing Gato by the beard to neutralize any cheating. Jay White is able to play the shit-stirring heel really well, getting lots of heat from the crowd. Though it's difficult to say whether that's because of their love of Naito or their distaste for White. The match is more methodical than the previous match. Stark difference in the pace. Jay White is looking fairly dominant throughout. He frequently targets the knee of Naito, and it challenges him. Gato even gets in on attacking the knee. Plus, there's a really scary suplex over the top rope, which hits Naito's head against the apron. A really long submission sequence in the middle of the ring, just targeting that knee. Jay White throws Naito into red shoes, and while Naito neutralizes Gato, Jay White hits him hard with a chair. Naito has to reverse several switchblades before hitting a brainbuster and two Destinos on Jay White for the win. And we have a new Intercontinental Champion in Naito, and 4 stars. It was a good match, but a slow start, and it had the misfortune of following Hiromu and Ospreay. And in our main event, the second of the double gold dash matches, and this one for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. It's Okada versus Ibushi. Okada has a really sweet entrance, really cool job with like some holographic kind of projections. And also, these are two gorgeous men going head to head here. Both feel each other out. There's really no rushing, but when they hit the strikes, they are solid, and it's definitely a slower pace than both previous matches. And neither of them really seem to hold an advantage throughout the match. The battle continues between Ibushi and his own fucking neck after he tries to do a backflip and lands dead onto that neck. A very scary spot, shockingly well recovered. Uh, very meaningful spots, deliberately chosen throughout this match and the build. There's even a point where Ibushi is stone-faced and unmoving as Okada lays in forearms, and he even bounces back from a shotgun dropkick. Ibushi just starts laying in heavy fists into Okada, and we get that Japanese by the skin of the teeth spot for the 20 count. Uh, it's nice. It's able to turn up the intensity without having to increase the pace, even a half hour in. There are prolonged strike exchanges, mid-air counters, rainmakers pouring everywhere, and a frustrated Okada just keeps hitting rainmakers on Ibushi. Ibushi is able to counter with a Kamigoye and a knee, but Okada gets back in control, hits a tombstone into a rainmaker for the win. I gave this 4.5 stars. It's a very different match from the others, and the way they played this out, it reminds me more of a King's Road style match, oddly enough, than a True Strong style match. After the match, Naito comes out to tell Okada that he's ready for their rematch from him losing 2 years ago. They're back in that main event spot at a Wrestle Kingdom. So it looks like they're really setting up the tale of Naito 2 belts here. Okada also jumps on the mic afterward and declares himself the strongest IWGP champion of all time, and he looks forward to seeing the fans tomorrow when they main event. My overall thoughts on the show, I enjoyed it. It's going to be interesting seeing how it plays out being a 2-night show. I can't really give the full judgment till tomorrow, but this on its own was worthy of a Wrestle Kingdom. If this was your standard Wrestle Kingdom and carried on into New Year's Dash, I would have been perfectly fine with it. But as it was half a show, I will say based on its merit alone, I still give this a solid A. Like, there was really nothing bad on the show. My lowest ranked matches were part of the pre-show, so I'm not even going to count that. But A minus just because, again, it's just going to be me getting used to that 2-day format. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to go to friscoflame.com for my t-shirts. Go to patreon.com/friscoflame to help me record someplace other than my bathroom. And check me out on Twitter, twitter.com/friscoflame. Peace out, party peoples. I will see you tomorrow for Wrestle Kingdom Night 2.